Hello YouTube, Brent Peeler here with you. Coming to you from the Philippines. I'm just here at the house chilling. Had a pretty good day today, but I'm kicking around, should I stay or should I go? And I'm really kicking around the possibilities of heading to Thailand. Going to Thailand, checking it out again. I was there this time last year, spent a month there. I loved it. Had an awesome time. There's lots of things that I like about Thailand better than the Philippines. Don't get me wrong, I love the Philippines, but I think I need a little change of pace. I think a little different scenery would do me good. Has nothing to do with the Philippines. I just when I started this little journey, I planned to travel, and I did that for the first 3 months or so that after I took out in January. I came here, I went to Vietnam, came back here, I checked out lots of different places, and I've just, there's going to be a honeymoon period when you come to the Philippines, and that has pretty much ended for me. Not that I don't like the Philippines, I still love the Philippines, and I will be back to the Philippines. And this is just me thinking out loud. I haven't booked my ticket yet, but I have been on Skyscanner checking out prices. I found out that I can fly from Angela City or Clark direct to Bangkok for under $100. So I'm really thinking of when is the best time to pull the trigger. My lease is up on the 15th, so that's probably as good a time as any. I was going to do some more traveling throughout the Philippines, but the weather is just not cooperating. It being rainy season and being on a bike and that kind of stuff's just not something that appeals to me right now. So, like I say, I was in Thailand this time last year. Had a wonderful time. There's lots of things that I like about Thailand. I like the infrastructure is just, it might compete, the Philippines might compete with it and say, your condos and stuff around BGC and Makati and there's certain places in the Philippines that can compete, I'm sure, in the big cities, but I'm not a big city guy, so, but infrastructure, the traffic, there's lots of things that I like Thailand better, and there's lots of things that I like Philippines better. This is not which is better. This is not a which one is better, which one should you choose. This is all about me and where I'm at right now, and what I think would do me some good, and what I would enjoy at the moment. Like I say, I love the people in the Philippines. Been nothing but they're the best. I mean, they're good, just good folks here in the Philippines. The laws are awesome here, or the lack thereof laws. I've never been worried about driving a motorbike here. Worried about, when I biked through Vietnam, the whole time I was scared I was going to get pulled over and get like a $100 ticket for driving without a license. I hadn't worried about that here. I'm sure that there are tickets for something like that, but they're not $100 or $80, whatever they was in Vietnam. But anyway, I go through roadblocks, and you just don't worry about getting messed with over here. In Vietnam, they see a foreigner on a motorbike, they're cash cow type deal. So you don't have to worry about that here. You still need to follow the laws. You still need to play by the rules. And right now I'm not playing by the rules because your driver's license is good for the first 90 days you're here, and after that, I'm actually driving illegally. So if I leave the country and come back, that starts over. I will be legal again, but there would be a few benefits if I went ahead and stayed another month. If I stayed another month, I could open a bank account. If I stayed another month, I could. There's a couple different benefits of being here 6 months, but I don't think I'm going to make it, folks. I think I think when my lease is up here, I'll probably be making a move. This is nowhere near 100%. This is, like I say, me thinking out loud. And I may wake up with tomorrow and be in a totally different frame of mind. I know I'm guilty of that. I do it all the time. I make irrational decisions. I make spur of the moment decisions that I probably shouldn't. But I think my little honeymoon period is kind of over here. I was excuse me. Today I was craving. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Sonic. It's a fast food joint there in the United States, or mainly Oklahoma and Texas. But hell, I was craving a Sonic burger, and that's not something that you crave if you're from Texas or Oklahoma. But I've been gone so long that I am craving some different food. I have found several restaurants over here in this area that are my go-tos. But no matter where you're at, it's not going to be what you're used to. It's not going to be the same as how your favorite restaurant made it back home and that kind of stuff. So I just think I think it would be good for me to get out and go back to Thailand. There's a few places that I'd like to check out in Thailand. Last time I only hit Bangkok, Phuket, Koh Phi Phi. And so this time I would like to check out some new places. I would like to go back to Phuket. I really enjoyed my time there. So maybe spend a little bit more time at Koh Phi Phi. Maybe check out Krabi and Pattaya and some of them I can't even pronounce. It all depends on the price of tickets and the mood that I'm in that day. I may get over there and not want to go nowhere. I deal with those issues too. But I think I'm happier when I'm on the go or got something going on all the time. And I've just been kind of sitting here dormant for the last, I wouldn't say dormant because I've went on a few little adventures, but it's nothing where I could go out exploring. It's either been rainy or I've had to take flights when I would have liked to just rode my bike and explore that away. But it's people all the time try to get me to compare, Thailand and Vietnam and the Philippines, and you can't. They're just three different places, three different countries, all got three different pros and cons, and it's just a different place. So it has nothing to do with one being bad or the other being better. It's just something new, and the name of my channel is Brent's Tripping, and so it's about time Brent did some tripping instead of just sitting up here on this mountain, sitting up here on this hill, and complaining about the rain. I think a little change of scenery would do me some good. Every time I've left the Philippines and went to Tokyo or Vietnam or Thailand, I was ready to come back after a month, and it's like the Philippines, the magic starts over. So I think that would do me some good. I've enjoyed my time here. I really have. I've had a bunch of awesome, met some good people. Still meeting good people. I just think it'd probably be good for me to get away for a month or so, and I'm not positive that I won't, that I will go or that I won't stay longer than that, because like I said, I've always talked about doing the little circle. I was pretty hot and heavy about Bali. I'm not as much anymore. Like I say, I got Vietnam knocked out, but it would be handy to hit Malaysia and Indonesia and just make the complete circle. I've been thinking about Laos and Cambodia, but their lack of infrastructure and their it's just a whole different ball game. And I'm no expert. From what I've saw, it's just a whole lot. I don't mind living rough, but I don't want to live that rough. You know what I mean? And they may have a whole lot better infrastructure than I'm giving them credit for. But I watch a little YouTube too, and I've studied up on some of it, and it's just I think it would be okay to go, but maybe not for a month at a time. And I like to slow travel. I like to go someplace and stay for a month or so. Sure, I base out of Dumaguete and kind of go different places from here, but it don't make near as much sense trying to do that from Dumaguete after you've hit like the main areas. And I've already hit them once or twice or even 3 times. I've been to Bohol twice. I've been to Siquijor 3 times. I've been to Darwin, Bacan, Valencia, Dumaguete. I've been to Bacolod twice. I've been to Iloilo. It's just the Negros is a place that you really want to have a bike and you want to be able to explore on yourself. I'm not into the bus rides and that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I had somebody tell me that the bus to Bacolod was only 5 hours, 5.5 hours, and everything I'd seen said 7 or 8 on the bus. And turns out I was wrong, because one of my subscribers just got through going to Bacolod. He said it took him 5.5 hours. He left at 7 in the morning on a Sunday, and was a pretty, it was a long ride, but it was he had 2 seats to himself pretty much the whole trip, so it wasn't bad. So I made that out to be a whole lot bigger deal than it was, just because of probably that terrible van ride experience that I had. And I've been on a bus here in the Philippines, and it's no fun. About 2 hours on a bus, about all I can do. I've had to do 5, and it was brutal. So that's just something that you might want to think of if you're coming to the Philippines. If you're wanting to explore a lot of the Philippines, I would suggest sticking close to Cebu City or Manila, somewhere that if you go anywhere in the Philippines, it's pretty much you've got to fly out of Cebu City or Manila. Not always, but 90% of the time you're either gonna, and it's just the extra. If it's round trip, it's 2 extra flights that if you deal with anxiety and shit like I do, hell, that can make or break the whole trip. Hell, I cancel shit for a lot less than that, but what should be a 2-hour flight turns into a 6-hour ordeal because you got a 4-hour layover or blah blah blah. It makes it rough if you're trying to base out of somewhere other than those 2 areas. And those 2 areas don't appeal to me at all. I don't want to live in Cebu, and I don't want to live in Manila. So that kind of screws it up for me. So I settled in Dumaguete. Dumaguete is one of the most popular retirement destinations in the Philippines, although I do not know why. I mean, I love Dumaguete because I'm used to Dumaguete. It's just got the familiarity to it that everybody likes to know where they're at. If stuff gets familiar, you go to feeling a little bit more like I don't know, it's just not a strange place to me anymore. And I'm still don't know the half of the things in Dumaguete to do. I don't know half the good places to go. Because I kind of stick to myself, and that's my fault. That's nothing against Dumaguete. There's more awesome people out there that I haven't met, and maybe Dumaguete's right for you. Dumaguete's my favorite because, like I say, I'm familiar with it, but I have absolutely zero idea why it was on a magazine to be one of the best places to retire. And it might have been a whole different place back then. I've heard people say that it was, but it's it's not the same place that people are saying it is, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I just don't think. I think it's overrated, just because it's pumped up so much. I agree. It's a great place, but it's. I don't think it's what you think I don't think it's what you think it is, and there's not a whole lot of difference between any city that I've been in the Philippines. I keep looking for that magic place in the Philippines, and I haven't found it. A bunch of the places are familiar. Some of them are easier to navigate than others, but they're all pretty much, I don't know. And there's just so many foreigners here in Dumaguete that it uh, kind of takes the Philippines out of it. Just there's lots of expats here, and there's I don't know. It's just I'm not bashing Dumaguete. I like to say I love Dumaguete. It's just not what it was 5 years ago. I'll just leave it at that. I wasn't here 5 years ago, but I watched a lot of videos. I've been trying to get over here since 2019. Didn't make it over here till last year, and it's such a hot spot, such an awesome topic, such a YouTube magnet. I realize that when I go to Thailand, if I go, that half of y'all probably won't be watching it because you're not interested in Thailand like you are the Philippines. Hopefully you are, because hopefully I can put out some content that you'll enjoy, some change of pace, but it's not going to be the Philippines. So I do see my little YouTube channel here taking a hit, but I think it's something that would be good for me. I love the food in Thailand. I love the infrastructure in Thailand. And I'm no pro on Thailand. Like I say, I've been to 3 places. I stayed there a month. I'm no pro on it. So it's exciting to me. It's more of the honeymoon phase type. I'm kind of excited about going. And I really think I'm looking to go between the 15th and the 20th is what I've been searching on Skyscanner. And like I say, I could fly out of Dumaguete for $150 and be in Bangkok in, I think it said 8 hours, or I can creep on up to Angela City, fly out of Clark, get a direct flight for less than $90. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Is it 100%? No, but that's my gut feeling right now. I kind of got away from why I come over here. You know, I come over here to travel, to see the Philippines, to see other countries, and I think I just waited about a month too long to get out of here. I really think I should have probably packed up and tried something new about a month ago. But like I say, rainy season hit, and I was just vacationed out and needed to kind of lay down, lick my nuts, recharge. And I feel like I need to step on out there, you know. Getting out would do me some good. So I do think Thailand has some beautiful beaches. If you want to see beautiful beaches, the most beautiful, I'm no expert I haven't been a lot of places, but Mexico's got the most beautiful beaches that I've ever seen. If you love turquoise, beautiful water, Mexico is your place. It's getting a little pricier than Southeast Asia. That's the reason I'm in Southeast Asia. I could see myself settling down in Mexico long term. I know some wonderful people down around Cancun that keep telling me that's the place I need to be. But I like Southeast Asia. I love the Philippines. I love Dumaguete. I love Thailand. I loved Vietnam. They've all got their certain little things that's good. And it's one of those things that you really can't compare because they're 3 different atmospheres. They're like 3 different worlds, really. They're and some of them overlap, some of them don't. You know, the women are beautiful in Thailand. The women are beautiful in the Philippines. The Philippines has, I think, is, and I can't talk because I'm about 20 pounds overweight myself. But the Philippines has a obesity epidemic that they're following too much of our American bullshit with all this fast food and McDonald's and Jollibee and Dunkin' Donuts and pizza and it's hard to eat healthy in the Philippines. I know when I was in Thailand, I ate whatever I wanted all the time and never had to worry about it because it's real food over there. It's not all this processed bullshit. Or it wasn't last year. Vietnam, same thing. I ate whatever was on the menu, wherever it was at. I didn't step out there. I ate a lot of the same stuff over and over, but it was real food, and I didn't have to worry about, gaining 20 pounds just from living there a month. And you do over here in the Philippines, because a lot of the foods that you're familiar with are just bad for you over here. The vegetables that you're used to, the price of a head of lettuce over here is outrageous. For a regular size head of lettuce, I think it was $5 in the Robinsons the other day. And I know the big stores and supermarkets is not the place to buy your vegetables, because of course they're higher. But even at the little Sunday market that they have here, a head of lettuce the size of a softball costs you $3. So it's just, they do have vegetables that I'm just not into over here. I like green beans, I like lettuce, I like, and the stuff they have over here is hard to find. Hard to find lettuce, green beans, peas, and I'm not saying you can't find it, but it's just, it costs more, and it's harder to find. So, like I said, I'm not beating up the Philippines. I love the Philippines. I will be back to the Philippines if I leave the Philippines. This is not a 100% deal. But if y'all got any advice or travel tips or suggestions on places that you enjoy in Thailand, or even here in the Philippines, leave them in the comments, because I'm open-minded and I like to try new places. I've been to a lot of places here in the Philippines. I have not been to a lot of places here in the Philippines, so I'm always open-minded. I still watch YouTube to try to figure out new places and what looks like the next place for me. Like I said, I've been to several places, and there's a lot of familiarities in the places. So to me, the main thing is a good jumping off place to visit other places. And Dumaguete is good for that if you haven't been here. You got Siquijor, you've got Bohol, you've got Cebu, you've got lots of options here. But once you've hit them, you're an hour away from anywhere, 100 miles away from anywhere, and it's the longest 100 miles of your life, because it's either a 5-hour bus ride or even though it's a 30-minute flight, you still got to get there an hour early and put up with a friggin' cancellation or delays. Just welcome to the Philippines, folks. That shit happens everywhere. It's just part of life over here. Patience is key. I've talked about that, and I'm not a patient person. I'm really not. I'm a whole lot better than I used to be, but I've still got lots of work when it comes to that. I make piss poor decisions when I'm bored. I'll irrational, spur of the moment, and I regret some of them. Some of them I don't. But that's my thoughts, folks. It's something I'm really thinking about, giving some serious thought. And like I say, there would be it's a good time with my lease coming up on the 15th. And like I say, I may wake up tomorrow and have a whole new outlook. But I think it's time to step on out there. I was hot on Bali. I'm not so much now. Thailand is it's talking to me. So that's where I'm at, folks. I hope y'all got something out of this. It's really more of me just rambling, so I don't know what you would have. But like I say, if y'all got suggestions, leave them in the comments, and I do try to read all the comments and acknowledge. Some of you ask me questions in the comments, and I just give you the little heart and a little thumbs up or whatever it is, and I tell myself I'm going to address that in the next video, and then I make a video like this and forget what the hell I was supposed to address. So anyway, folks, got over 2,500 subscribers now. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank y'all for coming along for the ride. Hopefully you'll follow me wherever I go, whether that be Thailand, Mexico, or United States, or wherever. But I plan on still talking to this little camera, because it's therapeutic to me, and helps me get shit off my chest. I don't know. Until next time, folks, this is Brent Strippin. Peace.